Happy Pride Month. So, in the past, I've struggled with the idea of making a video like this because I'm a straight cis guy and I don't want to center myself or make this month about me. But then it's also like, why wait for June when this is important all year round? Well, this year, I decided that that was stupid and I'm going to do it anyway. But also because I want to help saturate the internet with affirming messages for the LGBTQ community. I thought I'd managed to at least stop being part of the problem, but I don't think I was quite getting as far as being part of the solution. And you know what they say, if you're not part of the solution, well, like a lot of people, I was brought up in a religious and social climate that was deeply homophobic. As a kid, it was my normal. And like a lot of people, I didn't really start to question it until I got older and started to get a broader view of the world. So I wanted to transition from believing things because my church and family taught it to me to believing things because I actually had good personal reasons for it. I had a really hard time coming up with good reasons to think that it was wrong to be gay because, there aren't any. And it seemed like people's prejudicial attitudes or policies like trans bathroom bills were really wishes that certain kinds of people would just go away. That didn't feel right, and I didn't want to be part of that. I'd like to believe that I'm a kind person who would never intentionally hurt someone, and it's really easy to look at someone else's attitude or behavior and identify it as harmful, but when your normal is harmful, you don't need to intend to do harm to hurt someone, and you can maintain your self-identity as a kind person even while you are hurting people. And that's what I think I was doing. I'm sure I hurt some people and I don't like it and I wanted to stop. So there was a major turning point in my attitude towards gay marriage that happened at a Christian wedding I went to. And if that couple knew this, they'd probably be really upset about it. So there was a young couple in my church that were getting married, and this wedding was really, really religious. Every single part of the ceremony was overtly Christian. Everything the groom did was a picture of Christ, and everything the bride did was a picture of the church. The very first thing the newlyweds did as a couple was take communion. It clearly declared that this wedding was a sacred act and their marriage was a spiritual covenant. And that's when I realized, if you don't believe any of this, then all of this meaning is completely irrelevant to you. If two atheists get married, they aren't making a covenant with God, not even unintentionally. And if two gay people get married, so what if their marriage isn't a picture of Christ and the church? They aren't trying to be. It was so ironic. The most Christian wedding ever finally destroyed my prejudice against gay marriage. So, it's one thing to recognize that you're part of a harmful system and you try to stop being negative, but it's not quite the same as moving in a more positive direction and actually doing some good by being affirming. So like a lot of teachers during COVID, I had to start teaching remotely, and that's when I really went all out and set up the studio. I was actually modeling my visual approach after some science YouTubers that I really liked. So for example, I copied Kevin Lieber's lighting setup from Vsauce 2 with a red light on one side and a blue light on the other. And one of my students commented that they noticed I had bisexual lighting and thanked me for being an ally. Now, this is totally accidental. I had no idea what bisexual lighting was. I had to look it up. But the point was that someone I had influence over felt represented or empowered because of something so simple. Like I said, I don't want to center myself or make this about me, but it bugs me that I don't talk about it at all. I don't want anyone wondering where I stand on these things, and I don't want to appear apathetic or complicit, right? I don't want to be a white moderate. I'm tired of doing nothing because I don't know what to do. I've got to do something, say something, especially this year. So I've got one more thing to share with you. A few years ago, I recorded a cover of a song that meant a lot to me. It was Slip Away by Perfume Genius. I first heard about the song on the podcast Song Exploder, in which musicians break down the story of how they wrote and produced their songs. I first heard the song while I was in the middle of deconstructing this toxic Christian theology that I was raised in. And, like, the song is like shockingly, overwhelmingly passionate. It aggressively confronted me with the reality of a kind of love that I was raised to believe wasn't real. It's like being taught that the sun is fake and then being blinded by a sunrise. Now, I never released this cover for two reasons. First, because I'm not sure I did a very good job on it. But second, like, for the same reason that I just haven't talked about this topic before. Like, I've been working on emptying the trash out of my own head, and I didn't want to make myself the center of attention. And again, this year, I've decided that both of those are dumb, and I'm releasing it anyway. So you can go listen to that on my music channel. To my LGBTQ friends, the world is better with you in it, and I wish we had a better world for you to be in. Happy Pride Month.